Jamie was unexpectedly born 3.5 months early. She was 1 pound 11 ounces. And I remember that because 11 rhymes with heaven. I have a picture at home that has Jamie's hand wrapped around my thumb.
Well, today I am a senior at Punahou. I'm going to graduate on May 31st, so that's really soon. You know, the reason I'm here today is because of Kapiolani Hospital, and that's something I can never repay all of them for because they've given me this life. And they're doing it for all these other kids, and they're gonna be able to grow up and have wonderful lives too because of what Kapiolani does.
For me, it's just basically connecting with somebody and saying, do you understand what Kapiolani does and what it means to this community? I'm not afraid to ask. A lot of it's just me telling my story, Jamie's story. You know, here she is.
Taylor spent her 6th birthday partying here, and Robin and her staff made it very special during the hard times and so forth, but it did bring a smile to her face.
They are part of our family. They've just been there for us and helped us get through the bad days and the good days.
Taylor has definitely made some strides since then, as you can see. Her hair has grown in. She's got into that preteen stage where it takes her about an hour to get ready.
Oh yeah, I ride a horse on the weekends and play drums too. Well, my favorite singers are Bruno Mars and Taylor Swift, so I like to play to their songs a lot. I just feel like I have a musical beat inside.
I just want to thank Kapiolani for everything they've done for our family. They have been there physically and mentally for us. I don't know where we'd been. They help us out even during the post-treatment and everything else. It's always great to go back there every 3 months for follow-ups and see the staff.
Yeah, Kapiolani nurses and doctors, I don't have a favorite. They're all my family.
Yeah, everybody was very somber because the decision had to be made. If they don't take baby, they'll lose me. And the next thing you know, it was an emergency C-section. She was tiny, tiny, tiny. But she was perfect. Absolutely divine.
I had a really interesting start, and I think a lot of my dreams to become a physician stem from having, a tricky beginning and having wonderful people take care of me. And they're doing great things. They're doing really valuable work, and they are investing in people like me.
Keolamau is now a senior, graduating in May from the University of Pennsylvania. She's graduating with a degree in brain-based behavior and is in the process of applying to medical schools all over the country. When her leg was the width of my finger, when her feet were the size of my pinky. I mean, how do you go from that image to a woman of such grace and kindness and brilliance? There's no question in my mind, the power of this place.
Our relationship with Kapiolani Medical Center for Women and Children has been going on for 15 years, since 1998. We raised $650,000 in 15 years, and now we're looking at $500,000 in 5 years. So it is indeed challenging, but without setting a high bar, I think we would just be in cruise control. So it's up to us, the Credit Unions of Hawaii, to step up to the plate and meet this goal.
My late wife, Stephanie, passed away on August 15, 2009 from osteogenic sarcoma and all of the complications that go along with it. She was such a giving person. She gave of her time to her clients that were really her friends too. And And sadly we didn't have any children, but I thought this gift to Kapiolani would allow me to share the value she had and leave a legacy gift so that she would always be remembered. Because, when she passed away, she was only 42.
KT Superstores was actually started by my grandfather in 1916. We're going to be a centennial company pretty soon. But his philosophy was always give back to the community. It's the community that supports us. It's the community that we need to support. Kapiolani is the only hospital in a 2,000-mile radius that could handle a situation as to what happened with Amanda.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to have such a blessed life that I have had. And I hope that, many children in the future will be able to have the experiences that I've had as well.
When a child is diagnosed with a critical illness, it really shatters a family's life. The Alana Dung Research Foundation is dedicated to eliminating pain and suffering that's caused by critical illness. The future really is positive. I think our physicians and caregivers deserve a facility that allows them to provide the finest care.
I work at Kapiolani. It's my life and it's my joy. I love taking care of children as a surgeon. When we decided to give, we decided we wanted to do so on behalf of Vincent and his family.
So I met the Sutherlands through my ability to play piano, and we have this connection now because of my being employed at their church. One of the worst things that happen when you lose a child is that you become afraid that all memory of them will be lost as well. Words can't really describe how special and meaningful that it was that the Sutherlands chose to dedicate a pediatric intensive care unit room in memory of our son, Vincent.
We went through several tours through the hospital, and boy, it was a shocking experience for me. As soon as I got to the parking lot, before I got in my car, I called Stanford. I said, "Hey, Stan, I got the deal of the century for you over here." And he said, oh no, and I told him about Kapiolani, and it didn't take more than a few seconds, and he said, "Clyde, let's give him Ke Aloha." So I guess that means absolutely, yeah, without a doubt. So
being a Maui High School grad from Maui upcountry, can appreciate the need for good health care, and just fortunate enough to have that ability to give back to the community.
It's so exciting to see the wealth and the support and the encouragement and the enthusiasm from our entire community getting behind this project. I mean, I've already had my 2 children. One day my children will have children through Kapiolani. And I want to make sure it's the state-of-the-art hospital that it was 22 years ago and better.
One thing that's really special about tonight, is it's kind of, to me, it's a bit of a bookend, because I was involved in the beginning when we first even started talking and contemplating about a campaign. We went through 2008, the Great Recession. It was, are we really going to be able to do this? There were a bunch of highlights. Somebody was in person sitting with me and a big smile on their face. We passed $30 million. That I guess that has to be the highlight of all. Thank you to everybody for helping.